Blodgett holes, where the wall still with the limbs. Brooklyn built me, Jacks tested me. Now I'm back, still standing.
This is Dr. Patrinya. Somebody say you looking for me? Talk that talk.
How y'all doing, man? My name is Leonard Ashley. This is my story, the truth, and this is real life reality. Let me tell you some things. I don't know what's going on, but I'm gonna tell you this here. I was born and raised in Brooklyn. I was born in January of 1977. It's been hard in his life. And I was growing up, man, I seen a lot of things, and I mean a lot of stuff. And it's real rough. I'm sitting in front of my house right now, that's been burnt down. It's been so hard in life, and what life treated and what life did, it kind of like flipped the script on me a little bit. So you got to understand where I'm coming from, because it's hard to explain. It's very emotional. So I'm just gonna give it to you blood raw. I was born and raised in Brooklyn, a small place where nobody nowhere is at, hanging around drug dealers, killers, and forillas. And I mean forillas. So I grew up under that. I grew up on a hard hand spoon where my daddy wasn't even playing no game. His name was Otis Taylor. My mama name is Valina Elaine Taylor. Wasn't playing no games out here. So they kind of like put us in positions where as life went on, they've been through it, so they try to make us feel as these days don't come when you grow up. But hard head make a soft behind. Sometimes you gotta find out on your own. And we found out as the years go, and we learned the hard way. It started getting hard, it started getting rough. I started seeing what mama and daddy were really trying to teach us to become and what to expect. As kids, we didn't care. As we fallen, as we gradually grow, we found the hard way. We end up getting messed up. I wish not to go into that story, but I end up that's up with. For us not to get adopted, my auntie, Leonard Ashley, took me in with the rest of the kids, me and my sister named Eileen Johnson, took us in, decided just to work with us. It's too many kids. The rest of the kids had to go. Alisa, Felisa, Otisha, LaWarren, and Eileen. 4 sisters, 2 brothers. But what turns out was I ended up dealing with the Blodgett home, the old Blodgetts. That's how I became a menace to society, because my mama and daddy weren't having that. My auntie gave us too much freeway, which I stayed with Keisha, Ashley, Kiwi, Isaac, and Angelica Ashley. So it started too much free will and let everybody just do what you want to do. My auntie didn't care. I started to get off the chain as life went on. I started to realize what mama and them were trying to teach us, what not to do, but what to do. And it caught up with me.
When you say you started to get off the chain, what exactly were you doing?
I started doing things, man, that kids don't normally do.
Like what?
That's doing dumb stuff. I started getting locked up. Never been locked up. She got to come get me. I'm hanging out with kids that ain't supposed to be, I'm just in the mix that I never been in the mix of around here in Brooklyn.
What was your first charge?
Petty theft.
How old were you?
11 years old.
Where did you steal? Tell us the story about that.
I stole a person's bicycle. I actually took it. Now, really robbery. I snatched the child off the bicycle and took the bicycle. And so the police ended up coming to get me, and it took me, but by me being a minor, they released me in the custody of my auntie. So that's was the first charge. And every charge after that became a problem. I became a product to the system. And I ain't lying to you. Everybody know me as Spody Black. They called me Shorty Black. I was a fighter. I was a hard fighter. They always knew that I was supposed to be somebody when they seen me fight. But I was so uncoordinated with my life, I didn't even know that I had potentials. Just doing stupid stuff. As time gradually grows and time goes on, I end up getting expelled from school from knocking a person out in school, in middle school. And it went from there. I got expelled from that. Ambulance had to be called, police. I got locked up. At that time, I can't remember. Elementary, anyways, can't remember. But anyways, this is the story that I want to tell. From the time that I left Brooklyn, because my father and my mama were very strict on me. I was special ed. School picked me up from right here in front of my house. I had I go to one class. I be in class all day. I learned everything in that one class. I was so smart that the people really thought that I was going to be a doctor because I started off at a young age cursing, like writing. My handwriting was so good at a young age. But it got to the point where after the little incident that happened with the lifestyle around here, this house, which I wish not to explain, had turned into a monster. From that day, I got locked up. I constantly kept getting locked up. And I mean constantly. There's no why. I don't know. Forgive me. That's what it is. And I cannot explain why. It just, I felt into the lifestyle of that life. I used to open up the doors, police doors. I was running track. At the age of 14, I was running track. I felt like the police couldn't even catch me. But in the Blodgett home, the old Blodgett, I used to open up the car doors for all the dope boys. Like then, they weren't putting handcuffs on, I let them go. They chased me down till they finally caught me. Life went on. That's when I became Baby Ruth. They taught me, instead of giving me drugs, they showed me how to dance. And I know how to dance. But that they saw, man, I continued to do dumb stuff. Going uptown, hanging out with the grown folks, selling wobble-up. And what I mean by wobble-up is fake drugs. I was selling so much wobble-up, man, that people got tired of it. I was at that young age. But I tell you this here, my auntie ran me down, put something on me, something like the DDC. This time now I'm going to program after program. After program, I'm escaping. I'm an escape artist. I escape. But the more of the story is, my life changed. I ain't never supposed to be the person that who I'm in right now. So what now? I'm dealing with life crisis. And what I mean by life crisis, as I fast forward everything, I've been going to prison. I do so much fighting in jail that.
Wait, hold up, Playboy. Right in the middle of you chit-chat. Because the way you saying it sound like all this started when you got grown. No, let's call it what it is. You've been going to prison since you were 13 years old. 13, a child, a baby. So when he talk about fighting in jail, let's be clear. That wasn't tough. That was survival. Either you swing or you get swallowed. They moved you from juvenile to county to state. Nobody stepped in. Nobody pulled you out. Nobody said this boy worth saving. The system was shaping you, training you, breaking you down bit by bit. You became state property before you even knew yourself. The system don't just hold you, it claims you. First your mind, then your minutes, then your name. One slice at a time until that number is the only thing that answers. I heard your new name is inmate number 324109. See that? That's how deep it go. That's how fast it happened. So when you got out, you was still lost, still trying to figure out who you even were out here. But all right, we not stopping the story there. Leonard, talk to me. Tell me about Brooklyn, or whatever's on your chest. I'm listening. What's up, yo?
See this place right here? It's my second home. I done been to this place 1,000 times. 1,000 times. It will raise me, actually. Being honest with you. It's true, it's reality. It's why I was born and raised at, besides Brooklyn. You can't get no worse than this here. You think you want to be in something like this here? Come on. We gotta be kidding. Tired.
In Jacksonville, Florida, men born in low-income neighborhoods are 3 times more likely to be arrested by age 25 and 6 times more likely to experience homelessness after release from jail or prison. Talk your talk. What's up?
Lifestyle. That's how it ended. That's what it began at. Cause see, back in my days, as y'all know, in Brooklyn, it was some problems going on in the household, where one of my family members was molested by a family member. And then not only that, it took a big turn to this right now. I'm gonna fast forward. I ain't gonna give you no long story, but I'm gonna fast forward. This is what we end up to. Getting out of prison, doing the thing, trying to realize that this is what's going on. This is my lifestyle. Homeless, distressed, depressed, don't know what I'm gonna do, ain't got no job. So guess what? Life goes on, man. Nothing, you can't break nobody. Only you can break yourself. So now, guess what? I gotta make ends meet, man. Life goes on, man. It's hard right now. But I'm showing you that this is what life teaches you from Brooklyn to now. From a young age, from 11 to now. I'm 48 years old. And you see where I'm at? I'm in the trenches. Ain't got no job. Ain't got nothing. Ain't got nothing to my name. I'm looking retarded. It's ridiculous. Can't do nothing. I'm out here, man, with the bomb, the scums, and the con artists. People walk up to you right now, man, say, man, let me get $1, man. I just need to get you. Yeah, they done con you. But anyway, this is what it is. This is what it revert to. The life of a person who actually is a smart person that's better than what he is. But you don't know your potential because the potential ain't been set yet, because guess why? They don't want you to see your potential. You go far. We ain't talking about people that got jobs and people that living. We talking about lifestyle living. From the lifestyle that I lived to now, look where I'm at right now. I'm standing here with a beer in my hand, a cigarette, and no money in my pocket. Move out the way.
Follow us to Brooklyn, a neighborhood that was once the hood, but now it's being bought up by major developers. To understand Leonard's story, you got to understand his neighborhood and what really happened inside the walls of his home. Because before the streets took over, something unspoken happened to a family member in that house. And that's where everything started to unravel. It's a family secret that's about to be revealed real soon. Just listen to what Leonard has to say.
Everything done changed. The development done changed. Everything done changed. They're trying to run everybody out of Brooklyn.
walk with it.
Huh? For nothing. Man, all this was house. All down this street was house. Everything. All this shit was house. They're tearing them down. All right, Kevin Dog. You know what I'm saying? All these houses out here. But guess what? They're trying to kick us out of Brooklyn. Because you know why? They're trying to make Brooklyn their own. That don't work like that. It don't work like that. But you know, as you go to Gates, the Riverside, over here, you got Brooklyn plenty on all the stores, Gates, the gas station, everywhere. But why are you trying to run Brooklyn out of here? You know, I understand Brooklyn ain't no bad spot. They ain't tear the plaza down. They ain't said nothing. But let me show you something else. Let me show you something else, man. All this one right here was filled with houses. They gonna knock them down. Knock them down. But you know why? They don't care. They don't care. They don't care about Brooklyn. But they use Brooklyn name to make Brooklyn money. Yeah. Trust me on that. But we ain't going nowhere. We ain't going nowhere. We stand on that. Born and raised in this thing. I swear to God to my mama. You know what I'm saying? Brooklyn for life, baby. That's what I stand on. Brooklyn for life, man. You hear that? But what we do, what everybody do, everybody that try to get a piece of money, what they do, but they do it illegally, but they do it trying to make it seem like it's illegal. I can't tell you no more than what I can tell you, man. This is what I was born and raised at. It is what it is, and I'm telling you the truth. This real live reality about me. I swear to God. Mama. You know what I'm saying? This the truth. This the real live story of me. Look at everything. It's there. It's gone. So, what you expect for the normal average person to do if you trying to kick them out the house? Kick them out their own house, trying to buy the house and average person don't have money like that. They don't have money like that. You trying to buy them out. You can only buy them for a certain extent to move them somewhere where you think it's all right. Certain people don't revert back to what they do and how they do it and what they need to do in order to pay bills. Because that don't last long. Now in Brooktown, it's a shut down city. Real live reality, man. Let me show you something else, man. Houses built all the way down here. Knock it down. All the way from here. Knock it down. Knock them down. But guess what? They still doing what they want to do. Ain't number one house standing. That house. That house been there for years. I've been around here all my life, man. You know? And I said to say, man, you know, they don't want Brooklyn to be part of the Riverside. They want Brooklyn to be part of downtown. Yeah. We cease to exist. So we must desist you. Get on up out of here. Either you won't go or I'm gonna force you out of here. That ain't gonna work. We still out here. It ain't gonna work. Now as I go, let's go some more. Let's one more time. This church been here for man, there's so many people done died in this church. We done been to church. Good God. They done did so much stuff around here. And I tell you, they still trying to get it. And Leonard, spotted black, shorted black, whatever you want to call me, they talking to you live. I swear to God, mama. And that's on Valinda, Elaine, Ashley Teller. Stop playing. Brooktown, baby, for life. All right, listen. They want the gate. They done put all this stuff up here. They done did all this here. Now they done made, check out Asco. Asco done took over National Linen. Oh yeah, they done took over National Linen. All about business. They ain't worried about lifestyle. They ain't worried about what people go through. They ain't worried about the poverty. They ain't worried about that. They worried about what I can make around here. I can make Brooklyn a better place. You think you can? Why you using the name? How you know Brooklyn? How you know the name Brooklyn even exists? Oh, you done heard about it. Oh, now you want to perform about it. Now you want to be about it. So now we need to get paid off the name that we made. Hello, goodbye. Again. See, I'm cranking up. This is where it is. So do not be disinformed. Be informed. These people trying to tear us down to make us worse than what we actually is. We already worse. Ain't nobody got no goddamn. Excuse my language. I ain't mean to cuss. I'm sorry about that. Ain't nobody got no job. Some of them do. Some of them don't. It ain't paying worth nothing. But you trying to kick me out my house? Out my house. You trying to pay me a little bit of nothing just to move me in? Then if I do go, and then you gonna kick me out? Oh, that's an eviction. Oh, rip. That's a premeditated eviction. You was already planning. Let them stay there for about 5-6 months. Oh, we'll kick them back out just to get away from around here. No, we ain't going for that. Been around here all our life. So I don't know what's going on, but I tell the world here this, don't fall for anything. Please don't. Don't fall for anything, man. And I put that on everything. How long ago? Do not fall for anything.